So one of the mistakes I actually recently stopped doing is allowing my thoughts to bear fruit or to overtake me. And it makes me think about a very powerful verse in the Bible that helps to combat that. And it comes from 2 Corinthians 10, verse 5. I'm actually going to start from verse 3. And it says, "For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds." And then verse 5 says, "Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of God, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ." Now, what does that look like? Now, for me, if I get a thought that may be, let's say, lustful, right? I know that, wait a minute, God called me to be pure. God called me to walk in righteousness and holiness. So I'll think about that thought and I think, wait, what does the word of God say about that? Okay, it says I should actually be doing this instead. So I submit it to the obedience of Jesus Christ. Now, what if you get a thought sometimes that may not be sinful, but it's a thought that's not true? Something like, oh, I'm not accepted, or I'm not loved, or I'm rejected, whatever it may be, right? I think about, wait a minute, I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. So what that means is that we're fearfully made because anything that God creates deserves reverence. And we're wonderfully made because God has created each and every single one of us for a specific purpose. So I think to myself, I am loved, I am accepted, I am created for a purpose, because that's what the word of God says. So you may get these thoughts that may be tempting, and we know that the enemy can't really make us do anything, but he can tempt us with certain thoughts that are tempting to sin. And it's all about what we're going to do when we get those thoughts. Are we going to allow those thoughts to bear fruit, or are we going to cast it down and submit it to the obedience of Christ? So this is something that you could be doing as well as a believer, knowing that, hey, if I get this thought, what does the word of God say about it? Oh, it says this is the truth. Okay, I'm going to cast it down and submit it to the obedience of Christ. Be blessed.